All right, we're on the early shift today out in Heathrow with Rob Cross. Rob, straight off a plane from Bahrain. How are you? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel really good actually. Managed to sleep and got a nice little 6 hours in. Get back and see the family today. But real eye opener really at the weekend. You know, it's all get up and go now, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, you're playing well. The game's in a good place. Come up against Michael van Gerwen and also playing great darts at the moment. You hit every double, 4 out of 4, but just weren't good enough on the scoring on the day, I suppose.
Yeah, of course, it didn't really fall my way. I had a busy sort of like since the Worlds. I've been a little bit busy with other stuff, home life, looking to move and do different things. Maybe get a bit of time back by moving and make my schedule a little bit easier for myself. But I did a little bit of rust. I know I didn't think my scoring was as good this week, but my doubles were amazing. And just the beginning really. I think next week we're going to go out. I'm going to have a better performance, and I want to win it next week. I'm not here to make the numbers up. Yeah,
no doubt. And you're obviously building momentum. Back in the Premier League is a massive thing for you. First nights in Cardiff in a couple of weeks' time, so just building towards that, I suppose.
Of course. You know, obviously I haven't been in the Premier League now for I think it's been about like 3 years or so. It'd be good to go back and obviously start enjoying it every night. Going to be a different format, what I've never experienced before, with a straight knockout. But it's just where the game is, where I am at the minute, and I feel comfortable. I spent the whole of last year and it just felt like things were getting better, the confidence was going up, the performances were getting probably easier with less worry. And just look to stay on the same path this year, carry on with that and just keep building on what I got, you know. And if I keep doing that, I'm always going to be there and around abouts to win every title what I'm in this year.
Definitely, I think we saw you at Ali Pali at the Worlds, playing well. Incredible comeback against Chris Dovey, one of the comebacks of the tournament and maybe of the tournament in general. Like historically, what a day for you that was.
Oh, just wow, you know, 4-0 down and I sort of threw a couple of sets away there early. You know, maybe could have been possibly 2-2, definitely 3-1. Look, the game's funny, but I never know when I'm beaten. I love this game, and I went back in after being 4-0 down, got to the break, and I was grateful for the break by this point. I think he put the highest setting in the match there, and average-wise. And I sort of kicked myself. I had a look at myself, and I thought to myself, you know, I've let everyone down. I thought, oh no, and just go out, win the next set, and get to the next break, which I did. But as it went on, I really sort of started to find my stride, and Dobie sort of. He sort of tensed up a little bit, you know, but I nowhere near did he bottle, you know. He had one dart for the match, but as it just kept going, I just thought myself, you know, this is on.
Yeah,
and I'm prone for it. Literally, I enjoy that, you know.
Do you think it helped that you'd had a similar kind of comeback win against him in the World Match Play previously?
Yeah, of course. Do you know, out of the two, the match play to come back from that distance is obviously, in my opinion, it's a lot harder in a way because it's every single leg. When you're chasing legs, it's a different game, and when you're chasing inset play, you're look, you could be 2-2, you win the next leg, and it all resets back, and he needs 3 legs again. So you can always put the pressure on, maybe a little bit easier, but it's more your time and the shots. And the longer that game went on, the less doubles I missed. You know, every little sniff what I had at a double, and I thought, it could get a bit twitchier. Maybe on the 50 when I won that set to go 4-all. You know, but if you miss the first dart and you just ping it outside, there's a lot of pressure on that. But lucky for me, everything was just dead centre really. Yeah. You know, amazing game. I really enjoyed it, obviously, but it's all about the fight now, and I think I set myself these mammoth tasks sometimes, not on purpose obviously, they just happen, but just never know when I'm beat. I just want to go in there and give it everything what I've got and wear my heart on my sleeve, and if I come out a champion, all the better.
That's it, I think that's why people love watching you, the resilience and just the charisma that you've got as well. So, but then moving forwards from there, obviously Luke Littler in the semis, like you played another great game, you played well, scoring heavy, good on the doubles, but he was just magnificent as well, wasn't he, that day?
You know, credit to the young boy, but I let him go. I had a great first set, and the second set was looking great, and I think he won it maybe with around about a 98, and I, off the top of my head, I had 108. Difference was 2-1 up and you break, and you can't deliver a 15-darter in that set to sort of win that set, and I let him back into the game by doing that. It goes 1-0, and then we all see what happens after there, you know. On my own front, yeah, I let myself down in that set. You know, that should have been put all the pressure back on him.
Yeah.
Gone to the break, come back out, and just kicked on. But
he wouldn't have been in that situation before, probably 2-0 down. He wouldn't have known how to react, but possibly.
Yeah, maybe. Look, I think every little box, what he just comes across, or every hurdle, what he comes across at the minute, he's got the answers for, and I think it's fantastic. But being 2-0 down probably releases me, makes me relax a little bit more when I'm 2-0 up, and for him maybe he gets a little bit tighter. But yeah, it didn't happen. Great Worlds in general. I love that tournament. It's the pinnacle of the game. You know, I will win it again. There's no doubt about that in my head. But realistically, I look at the game. My doubles could have been a little bit stronger, really, in the game. You know, I think I ran around about 30% early stages. He was obviously a lot higher, and yeah, if my doubles were a bit better, maybe I would have been able to sort of maybe pull a couple of sets back out of that. You know, but that's life.
Was it frustrating, just kind of feeling the game ebb away against a 16-year-old? Does it matter that he's 16 in your mind? Does it play any?
Do you know, I really couldn't care less that he's 16. You've got to treat him like everyone else in the room, you know. I've done this for 7 years now, and I'm sure there was one point maybe in my first year where everyone looked at me and they thought, oh, he's amazing and he's this and he's that. But the problem is, unless you really use that ability and you keep your foot on your opponent's head and the whole room, if you give them any movement and any little bit of space, the game can change overnight, you know, over a period of time. And he set very high standards like I did. In my first year, when I come world champion and the media commitments and other stuff, my life turned upside down. I'm not going to lie, I didn't really know much how to deal with it, what to do with it, who'd you go to for experience.
This is it,
you know?
There's
no one else what's ever done it.
Yeah,
so
true.
in the PDC, but for him, I think what impresses me most about him, he's level-headed. You know, he's so level-headed. He just gets on with it. He does what he wants to do, and yeah, I think he's here to stay. I think he's absolutely amazing. He's a breath of fresh air. He really is.
He's built for it. And last night we saw a 9-darter from him and a big fish. Yeah, it just doesn't seem to faze him, does it? Being up there.
It doesn't matter whether it's quiet at the minute or noisy. You know, Ali Pali's noisy. Last night was a little bit quiet in places, but in general, the tournament is absolutely amazing. I think it's improved since last year.
Yeah.
But back to him, he's just everything's just in his stride, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
and
looking that way.
He's just
It's
going to be interesting to see the next 3 weeks.
And this is it, the Premier League as well. Obviously, he's in that. You're back in it, so it's looking spicy. Who do you see as your biggest rivals in the Premier League?
I'd probably look at it from where my game is at the minute. It's going to probably be, look, confidence is very high. I can't wait to get started. I can't wait to get back into it. And do you know, I'm one of these players. I like to play quite a lot, and I think I hit a point last year, especially early around the match play and maybe the UK Open, you know, where I'm not on TV as much as the other boys when they're getting the 16 weeks in the Premier League, and I think that's going to excel me this year. Yeah, you know, getting back on the box every week and just fully. Well, I'm familiar with it anyway, but I suppose doing it every week is just like riding a bike then, you know, and the excitement of it, and I think it'll help me throughout the year for obviously being on TV that much. So I just really, I'm so glad I got it, I know. I really am.
Well, was there any doubt in your mind this time, or were you confident from getting to the semis at the Worlds? It was almost cemented it, really, didn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so. Look, the Grand Slam final, 103, and never really even got close, you know. Played an amazing Luke Humphreys. It's like 2 Lukes at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah, battle of the Lukes, yeah.
But no, realistically, it's for me, you know, the year what I had, and the last sort of, I suppose, from August, and you look at the results, couple of wins there, moving forward, going deep in tournaments, playing well, maybe not always picking up what you want to pick up, but look, it's just a massive improvement, and just stay on that path now and getting there.
That's it.
But back to the room, I'm not really bothered about anyone either. No, I'm going to say that. Why not?
Yeah.
I can only worry about myself, and it's what I do, it's not what they do. You
100%.
Know? So.
Well, last time we sat in this room, we spoke about the Premier League, and you kind of weren't too committal to whether you wanted to be in it or whether you thought you would, but now obviously you've played so well, like it just seemed like the natural end for things for you to be back in there.
I think when you're unsure in yourself, like last year, I'm very unsure whether it would have fitted me and where I was at that time, maybe on a dartboard, maybe away from a dartboard. I don't think the schedules, you know, and having the young family at home and other stuff, it was very tough, you know. And I think if I would have done the Premier League last year, it would have definitely put strain on the darts, strain on everything. Was I really 110% committed or mentally ready for it? I think more mental side, really. I think it would have probably spent me for the year, you know.
Yeah.
But at least this year, going in, I'm looking forward to it. I'm buzzing to play again, and do you know, I want to be competitive. I want to win every week.
Yeah.
That's the difference. The hunger's come back. Everything is in a fantastic place, and look, it's just all about going up there, performing every week. And it's impossible for us all to win every week. Same player every week. You know, the standard's very high now, but you need to be playing that standard and giving yourself a chance every week. Which I'm in such a good mental space. Like I said, I'm gonna do that.
We've seen, speaking of kind of mental places, Peter Wright last year didn't manage to win a night, and he finished bottom of the league. He's back in it this year. There was a bit of kind of controversy over whether he should be. Do you think he's suffering from a bit of burnout, or he just hasn't quite got the passion at the moment? Because you were I saw you were out in Bahrain chilling with him on the battle cruiser, weren't you?
Yeah,
obviously. So obviously you had a chat with him.
I get along with Pete.
Yeah,
Pete's lovely, you know. He's always been good to me, and always, even helped me with advice and other stuff. And look, I think for me, and I'm not going to speak badly of him because obviously I love him a bit, but at the same time, last year I see maybe a little bit of a change to Peter, where he was going on holiday and having more time off, and obviously he never made the players because never accumulated enough on the Players' Championships. I've never seen that before off of him. Even when he's played Premier League most years, he don't take time off. He doesn't really spend a lot of time away from the game. He likes to play everything. He's made that heard before. But last year, he had a bit more time. He went on holiday and took maybe a little bit more than what maybe he should have, in my opinion. But I don't think it's burnout. I think sometimes, you know, when things are right and he can get his head right, he's a two-time world champion for a reason.
Of course,
and, if he does that, then he'll be absolute fine. And if not, he just have to keep grafting every week, trying to get results until it turns up and the confidence comes back. You know?
Yeah, he's earned the right to have a few weeks off if he fancies it, but obviously it's probably not good for your game overall.
I've never just never seen him do it. You know, I was very surprised that he said to me, I'm going to take this bit of time off, that bit of time off. I'm not going to play that. I'm not going to play like as many tournaments. And I've always known him. And look, I've been on tour and he's been absolute knackered. And he's still found a way to win a European, you know. So
he's got it in the bag, hasn't he?
So everything's there. It's just maybe he'll play a little bit more this year and step it back up again. But everything's confidence, you know. If I was going to say anything, he's probably a little bit low on that. Maybe the darts ain't working
come back
at
quickly,
the minute.
can't it? If you just...
But like he said, he's got rid of everything now, darts-wise. I think he's stopped dabbling and other stuff. And
maybe that's going to happen.
if he can find his feet, look, he's always going to be a danger. Even 8-man event in that, I don't think you're ever going to look at Peter Wright and go to yourself sort of, I've got it easier.
No chance.
Because if he turns up, you know, you could be blown away in about 12 minutes, I reckon.
For sure. And in terms of Luke Littler's effect on darts overall, like the kind of casual fan, if you want to call it that, that's suddenly become interested in darts, can only have a positive impact on the game, you would think.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I really do. Look, has darts ever got that much reach before after the World Championships?
He's got 1 million followers on Instagram.
Well, and he's done it in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, it's absolute amazing. Not forgetting here, you know, there's no need to be jealous with this boy of what he's achieving and what he's doing, because the difference is every one of the dart players, all of us, we're all going to benefit for it. Yeah. You know, more money goes into the game, there's more injection of that, and do you know, I sort of look at it, everyone will step up and all soon, you know. There's at the minute, I thought Michael, he must have just run out of gas yesterday in Bahrain in the final, 88 in the final. You don't see many 88s come out of him in finals, you know. But at the same time, but for what Luke's achieving, good luck to him. And like I said, we're all going to benefit through the game, the growth of the game, and sort of pushing it around and getting it into different places and reach what this boy's sort of just got for the game and himself. I think we all benefit eventually. So. No, it's fantastic.
It's amazing, isn't it? Do you think if one of your boys grew up to be like a 16-year-old prodigy and then got invited to be in the Premier League, would you be happy for him to be there touring week in, week out as a 16-year-old? It's a chance you can't turn down, really, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously, money's money, you know. Colour of money don't change,
That's
does
true,
it, you know? But at the same time, I don't know, because I'm a little bit different, where I had maybe a different upbringing and other stuff, and I went professional at 27, you know. I'm not saying darts isn't a job, but I went sort of manual labouring and stuff. I had to get up at stupid o'clock in the morning, go to work and stuff, and I think it made me a better boy. It made me appreciate stuff maybe a little bit more.
Grounded.
I'm not saying I'm not including Luke in this, you know. And for me, boy, if he has to go and do a day's work, I don't think it'll hurt him. Make him a better boy, you know. When things get tough, you sort of have that more resilience to just sort of keep pushing through, you know. Being more workmanlike and being able to sort of if your day's hard, you know, you're not going to say that you're tired or anything. You're just going to go there, do a job, treat it as a job,
keep
and
grinding.
give it your best, you know. But for my son, if he done that, look, it's fantastic. For me, I'd want him to do it a little bit later.
Yeah, maybe not at 16.
Go and learn how to graft first.
That's it. Yeah, a couple years down the building site or something, and then
it
see how it goes.
Him. He'll get bigger biceps than me, I know.
I think it does a bit of good for everyone to learn the trade, doesn't it? But speaking of, what about someone like Fallon Sherrock? I think she didn't get her tour card this year, which is a bit of a shame for her. What do you think's happened to her? Do you think the pressure's got to her a bit since she kind of blew up a couple of years ago, or it's just a case of like fluctuations naturally in her game?
Sort of like a bit like Luke Littler now, you know. It's the explosion, and look, absolute incredible dart player. She's a fantastic lady. I know I get along with Fallon. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, like if she got on tour, and I think you're playing every week, then I think it's a different ball game. You know, you're going to adjust to it. You're going to improve off of it, and all. Maybe a bit of a flat spot there for her at the minute. You know, I played her in the Grand Slam, and my performance was very solid, very professional. I think around 100 or whatever. But she just seemed to find sometimes she's missing a few doubles where that's the strongest part of her game. You know, under the cosh, she usually hits everything, and maybe she's let a couple of people off recently. But look, she's fantastic, and she knows what it's all about now. Yeah. And she will come back stronger. The women's series, you know, to even get the Grand Slam, was purely amazing the way she played to come through them final days. You know. To actually get her, I think she won a back end two or whatever, or maybe a final and a winner to swap it round and take it off Mikaru. But look, she's had a lot of positives and all. So this year going forward, I think she'd be more resilient to Bo, because Bo seems to be dominating everything at the minute, and rightfully so. Another youngster and all, which is brilliant for the game. But Fallon can do it and all. So I think it's going to be interesting how that sort of rivalry and everything progresses over the next year. But it'd be nice to see a couple of women on tour and all, and get sort of more variance in the game, I suppose. I was going to say about Bo Greaves. You know? Yeah.
Do you think we'll see her maybe in the Worlds next year, Ali Pali, or depends how her year goes, I suppose, doesn't it?
That's a tough one, you know. Bo's so young. What is she now? She's 19, something around that. Right. And for me, she's interested in World Championships at the minute. She wants to be multiple world champion. Yeah. Now, realistically, whether people liked it or whether they didn't, she went and played the WDF. She won that. And she's just interested in being a winner, getting a stature. And she's that young and she's that good. She walks in there, you've got to nail her on favourite every day of the week. Yeah. I don't blame her for doing that, because all the time she's doing that, she's progressing, she's still learning, she's still young. Look, she could have another 30 years at this game. And I think for me, you know, she will only go and do the other stuff, maybe the professional side, go to Q school and other stuff, when she feels ready. And she's really got her head screwed on in that way. And who's to make her wrong when she's got so much time in the game? Yeah. You've got to do it when you feel most comfortable. Well, that's the way I like to feel anyway. It's like the Premier League this year, I feel most comfortable for it. I feel ready for it, you know. Last year I wasn't ready. No, but this year I'm focused, I'm on it, and you know, and I make her right. Because everyone's got a way and a route in life, and look, it's picking them right routes and stuff. It's sort of like, you take my first year, I had an amazing first year. And then when I become world champion, you don't really have no choice. You get put on a route, and it's a bit bumpy and it's a bit hard and stuff. But I had to learn at such a great height to do that, you know. But it's made me a 10 times stronger person now.
Exactly, yeah.
And this is what these guys and girls are doing now, you know. You've got to follow your own route, and when they're all young, you've got to do the right things for you. That's what I believe. It's all about yourself. It's not about no one else. You've got to be greedy at this game.
You had arguably the steepest learning curve and like the most amazing impact on the sport. Someone who's came in the sport a lot younger than you, had an impact, and now has kind of tailed off, but now is coming back. Leighton Bennett, do you think he's going to be sort of reaching his potential this season or starting to?
I absolutely adore the boy, you know. Obviously spending the time with him years ago, I had a practice with him in December, and he played absolutely amazing. He ruined me. He played amazing. He ruined me practicing. But to be fair, going to Q School, achieving what he achieved that day, and he played so well and all, you know. I think we look at this year. Yeah, he's got the learning curve to come in this year, but at the same time, he's got nothing to lose. There's nothing to defend. He can go out there. He's going to wear his heart on his sleeve. He's going to give it 110% every week, because I know what he's like, and he's a born winner. You know, he loves to win. So I think he's going to get success this year. He's going to pick up a heap of experience.
Right.
And I hope he does well, unless he plays me, and then obviously I want to beat him. But it's a different story, you know. But I think he'll do really well this year.
Good luck to him. Yeah. A random question there I just thought of. In terms of your walk-on music, where was the inspiration behind that? Is it because it sounds like feeling Rob Cross? Is that what you think? Because that's
what it all come about, you know. I'm actually thinking about, I probably want to change it.
I was going to say, I
want to change it. But,
you reckon?
Nothing. I don't like changing my life sometimes. Sometimes when things are going well, you try and replicate everything all the same. But maybe this year, we're going to watch a little change, but I haven't really got anything in mind at the minute.
Okay, so it's just
maybe on the Premier League, maybe we'll try a couple of songs out or a song out and see whether it can sort of give me a little bit of a kick up the backside and get me up for it even more.
You know what I was thinking?
Go on.
Boom, 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 let me hear you say where yo.
Everyone knows it, doesn't they?
Yeah, everyone knows it. Get the crowd hyped.
Problem is, I'll probably start dancing. You know what I mean? Make a fool of myself. No one will like me. I don't know, I couldn't dance like that. No. That don't interest me.
Well, I was thinking, do you have to pay, or do they pay you? Because you're promoting their song, really. But I suppose the rights to the song, to the music, is theirs. So do you have to pay them?
Nah, it's all
no
right. I get a freebie, don't I?
Is it, yeah?
Get a freebie. I hope so, because they're probably more in depth than me, you know. But it's with songs, it's just I suppose, I want to change it, but like I said, at a minute, I'm tempted, but I don't really want to change when everything's okay, if that makes sense.
No,
a bit superstitious.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. In terms of like the darts you use, do you ever think about switching them up like Peter Wright, or do you just consistently use the same ones for years now? I don't know.
I've had a few changes. I've dappled a little bit, and it's weird. Every set of darts what I've had, I've hit a 9 with. I've done something half right, you know. Yeah. But the problem with me, and maybe superstitious, maybe it's in my head. Well, it's definitely in my head actually. But I always end up sort of reverting and going backwards to the ones. I've won, I can't tell you how many PDC events I've won in 7 years, maybe 17 or 15 or whatever, and I've won with the same set of darts.
Right.
So if I could pick a set up, get a quick win with them, and then that'd change everything, because then all of a sudden you're looking at saying, when you've got them there, you're going, I can win with these. Mm-hmm. But I always revert back to the other ones, because I always know I can win with them.
Yeah,
you know, they're trialed, they're proven, and everything's confidence in that way, I suppose.
That's it. Question about Michael Smith. Obviously, got knocked out early doors, didn't he, in Bahrain? I think he got scraped through the first round.
Semi-final, I think he went. Yeah,
done all right. But the Worlds didn't really look like his game was on top of his game there. But I suppose a bit of a come down after being world champion last year. You think that's kind of what he's suffering with, a bit of the kind of fallout from that?
I think. Look, I listened to Mike a little bit and stuff, and he said that he didn't really practice. He really enjoyed being world champion. Yeah. Rightfully so, and that's what you should do.
Had a good time.
Knowing what I know now, I would have enjoyed it 10 times more. You know, but at the same time, I think it's hard, you know, because you're very minimal on days at home with your family, maybe trying to, you rock up at darts tournaments and you're just expected to play well. And sometimes if you haven't quite put enough in, for me anyway, I struggle sometimes just to find my form, you know. You're playing all the time, but when you're up on stage, you've got no time to practice while you're on stage. It matters, you know. You've got to win, you've got to perform, and I think it's very tough with the calendar, you know. So calming down this year, I think we start to watch maybe even come on and he'd go back to where he was, you know. Yeah,
I hope so. Random one, I didn't put this on the list before, but Sean Murphy, the snooker player,
I've seen it.
Saying, did you see what he was saying? That he's hit a nine darter. Supposedly he's hit a 9-darter, hole in one, and a 147, and he's claiming that 147 is the hardest of the three. What do you reckon? Yeah,
I suppose in the amount of shots on a snooker table, you know.
It's not as exciting though, is it?
Let's be honest, snooker. I can never play snooker. I think I'd be more. I don't know. I don't mind watching it. I watch Ronnie. You know, I think he's exciting.
Yeah, legend.
Everyone I say that, and you never know really what's going to happen with Ronnie. That's sometimes get a bit of argy-bargy, don't you? But yeah, for me, I don't know. Ours is obviously only 9 darts, but when you've got 10,000 screaming at you, and it's just nothing out there, you know.
Exactly it,
I like them to see them pot a ball when the stage is moving through the people. You know, get a snooker table up on stage. Let them all shout and stuff, and let the ball will roll off, you know.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
He'd try and put it in the bottom left here, and he'd put it in the top right probably, because it's shook that much, you know. No, but if he's done all 3, good luck to him. I don't find it very believable. He must be just great at everything, and I wish him all the best.
Yeah, I was a bit sceptical when I heard that.
I was just like that, yeah. But I think I watched it. It come out a couple of days ago or whatever, and the way he said about the 9, it was like, he just easy, isn't it? You could just throw them backwards over your shoulder and they're all going to go in because it's just fine. I'm not a big believer, you know.
I'd want to see it.
Nothing like spending time with cows and smelling that, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. You know? Fair enough. All right, I think maybe that wraps it up. All right, then, should we leave it there?
Oh, what was it? On a negative note?
No. No, just say.
I can go. I'm not tired either.
No?
Sorry.
What do you want to talk about? Any questions you got for me, or just anything you?
Any questions? No, I've missed you.
Yeah, you missed
Always
you.
Missed you. Yeah. Nice to see you again.
Back out fishing if the lakes weren't frozen at the moment, I suppose. Would you be?
I don't know. I can't go fishing at the minute. I'll be like a garden. No.
Yeah.
Stiff, wouldn't be able to move, would you? It'd be terrible.
Yeah, but maybe next summer though we'll see you back at the fishing.
100%.
Yeah.
I love that day.
Yeah, you were on fire that day, weren't you?
Jess obviously puts it on every year. I get an invite, and you know, it's just sometimes with the fishing, it's fantastic just to go away. You get peaceful and the tranquility, what it comes with it, and you just go to another place. I suppose my head doesn't stop normally all year. You know, it's always running.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I do that and I go fishing and I get days like that around great people, it makes you appreciate it.
Exactly.
And just the peacefulness. It's a lot different than what you're used to, you know.
Exactly.
So it's always get up and go.
Yeah, but it definitely helps with the old preparations, I suppose, where you're going out to tournaments, head spinning, and then get back and just relax and just take your time.
It gives me a bit of time with my old man and all, you know. Obviously, my eldest boy, he likes it and all, so maybe a little bit of family time. I'm a family man anyway. I like spending a bit of time with my old man when I get time to see him, you know. So
3 generations down by the lake.
I don't know. It's when the boy's throwing a feeder and he hits you in the head with it, you know. It's not good for business, is it? You take the eye out, he will.
Not ideal. All right, well, best of luck for next week and the Premier League, and we'll be following your fortunes closely. Rob Cross, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Nice one. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.